Howdy everybody. So in my community tab on YouTube, I asked you to ask me questions and now it's time to answer them. Okay, so the first question is why did you start playing ТанкиОнлайн and how did you find this game? So actually my brother told me about this game and he started playing after school in the library. Other friends told him about the game and he told me, and this account actually was made by him, the one that I'm currently playing on. And why did you start? So that's why I started, and that's how I found the game. And I just liked it. Me and my brother played on the same account on the same computer, and just I liked the game a lot. It was very unique, very, because back then it was 3D game. It was like special. It's just weird 3D, and but I didn't even know that back then when I was 9, 10. I didn't even know that those other moving tanks are other people. I didn't even knew how to speak English well, and I didn't know what multiplayer is, and just obviously I didn't turn tank turret and everything, and just it was weird. I didn't know what multiplayer is, and I didn't know that these other tanks are actually real people, because I used to play these arcade games, the other these racing games, these 2D I think it's called, and it was very unique and just weird. So very cool, and that's how I started. Next question, what keeps you playing tank? I mean, I enjoy it. It's just so rooted in just from childhood. I just like it. It's very unique still. There's no game like this. It's just super unique, and these legacy skins that they brought, and just there's no other game like this. It's very weird and unique, and just futuristic tanks, and it's OG and just very childhood games. So I like it. Next question is, do you think ТанкиОnlайн is moving from fun to play to pay to win? I mean, it always been. I mean, it's hard to find perfect balance. It's more pay to win sometimes, sometimes less. But I mean, the game needs to, financially be stable and everything. And I mean, do you think ТанкиОnlайн is moving from fun to play to pay to win? I mean, no. I mean, it's always a pay to win and fun. It's always more or less balanced, but it's always fun to play in my opinion. Sometimes less, because sometimes now these augments and OG, because sometimes these insane augments come out and destroy matchmaking. But the answer is no. I don't think it's going from. I mean, it's always been pay to win at some point, more or less, but the balance keeps changing and there are adjustments being made. As you know, they are encouraging tankers to buy bundles with discount tank coins. I mean, it's optional. You cannot buy it. I mean, it's optional. You can still enjoy the game without buying, but in my opinion, in general, you should not be able to open shop and spend real money at the rank of recruit. I think Warrant Officer 1, which is 1 cube, would be the best, or at least better rank to open shop and spend money. But it's optional, you still can have fun. Next question, do you still enjoy the events in Tank? Yes. Some events, yes, some of them kind of no, or more or less, but yes, I enjoy, especially this deathmatch mode that they brought. I think it should stay permanent in game. As I said on stream, I played it. I love it. I think it should mode should stay permanent, but yes, I enjoy events. Do you think the game is currently balanced? Yes and no. Depends on what perspective you look at it. My favorite combination, for example, Railgun and Hornet, was destroyed back in I don't remember when critical damage was introduced into the game. You have to run these large caliber rounds or the stabilization augment. But I mean, it's very hard to answer. I mean, recent updates is Magnum got nerfed, so it's now too weak. I think the augment should have been nerfed, not the game, not the turret itself. It is what it is, but do you think the game is balanced? Well, I mean, when meta gets nerfed, other turrets and combinations and hulls come out on top. So you have to see, see the perspective. When something's popular getting nerfed, then these underrated things, come out on top. So one aspect gets nerfed, the other gets buffed. It's hard to answer, but I'm gonna say yes. just for people who play only one combination and then combination gets nerfed, yeah, it it can get frustrating. But overall, the game is balanced in my opinion. Next question is, which is your favorite gun and hull? Do you like XPVP? So my favorite gun is Railgun and the hull is Hornet, Railgun Hornet. And do you like XPVP? Yes, I just played it on stream after a massive break and I enjoyed it very much. I like it. My favorite combination is specifically Railgun Legacy Skin, Hornet Legacy Skin, Booster or Hyperion Drone, and Prodigy Paint. What are your hobbies? Stuff you do outside of tank? I like photography mainly. I take pictures on phone. I like skateboarding and I just like being in nature. Next question. Thoughts on new daily mission system? I think it's trash. It's been a while since the comment was made, but there's too many missions. I think someone said very well, it is a mission to claim these missions. I think there's too many missions with too little rewards. I think there should be 3 to 5 decent missions with decent rewards. I think it's just too much clicking and just overall mess. And they said in patch notes and everywhere they mention always the game is about to be more simple and their goal is to make the game more simple, but it's just too much clicking and just too much clicking and too much little reward. I think it's just to be, I think it should be decent missions with decent rewards. Click, click, done, done. But it's I don't like it in my opinion. Next question: what do you think of Halloween this year? I think it was. I think that they moved in the right direction, but it was not made perfectly. Whatever that means. I think they moved in the right direction, but they didn't took the full advantage of the game modes. I think Overdrive should have been off. I mean, they saw the comments, everything they saw. I mean, it was what it is. What it is. It was decent, more than decent. I mean, if on scale from 1 to 10, I'm giving it 7.5, which is 8. I mean, yeah, it's decent. It's not perfect, but it was what people asked for. They went into that direction, but they made it in their own style at the end of the day. It was decent. What was your most memorable moment in ТанкиОнлайн? Do you want to relive it? Okay, so the most memorable moment was when I met the man, the myth, the legend, Sidlob. If you don't know who Sidlob is the only player who has Lord Paint with 50% protection against everything. He got this paint because he's not a developer, but he helped with the ТанкиОнлайн game at the start of the project. So I don't remember what year it was. It was like 2016 to 18, and I joined this New Year event map. It was this in a castle, it was at night, it was snowy, and I remember it was like TDM. And I pressed tab and I saw a little shield because back then this old score tab board would be. And I saw a little shield and it said 50 next to it. And I said and looked at the name, it was Sidlob, and I couldn't believe that it's the one and only Sidlob. And I drove around the map to look for it and I found him. I was driving and it was this castle map, this New Year map, and he peeked out of that wall and he was using Smoky, Hunter, and Lord Paint, and he killed me. And then I said hi and everything, and other people said, I said hi Sidlob in chat, and other people recognized him too. I left the battle because we were losing in that TDM very badly, so I left. But that was insane, like insane. And do you want to relive it? No. I think it's too special, too one of a kind. It's just, I mean, if I meet him ever, it would be sick. But I think that's the most insane experience. Like, I mean, he never plays the game, or at least he plays, I don't know, maybe on different account. But it was crazy, crazy. Next question: do you like this version or older versions are better? What do you think about TO in the future? I mean, do you like this version or older versions better? I mean, this version is better. I mean, the game progressed. This version is better, but when it comes to memories, the other version is better because I started playing and that's how I remember Tank and just all graphics, everything's pixels and no anti-aliasing, poor graphics and everything. But I think this version is better. It's more stable, better looking and everything. What do you think about TO in the future? New augments, new turrets and hulls probably gonna be added, most likely. But I think the future is good, and I think the main thing is balance. As long as everything is balanced, everything is good. Next question: do you have a girlfriend? No, currently no. That's interesting question. How do you choose which combo you are gonna use during your daily tank gameplay? So this is how I choose it. So I go to my channel and I know how many turrets there is because mainly I choose on the turret, like which turret I'm gonna use. Not the hull, not the paint, not the. First of all, it's about the turret. So I made Reka, Vulcan, Tesla, Freeze, Striker, Fire, Shaft, blah blah blah. Then I then when I decide what turret I'm gonna use, then I open this, and this has every turret and augment that I made in consecutive. So for example, I decided to make a hammer augment, okay? So hammer augment, let's see. Wyvern's Breath, Blunderbuss, which repeats least at least. Okay, if I want Blunderbuss and I see, oh, it's been made like one video ago, or like the last one was 6 videos ago, and I'm like, oh, should I record fourth one after 6 break? And that's how it doesn't repeat too much. And for example, the same turret with the same augment repeats so rarely. The most rare is, I believe, Gauss or Thunder. And that's all the questions. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for it took 2 months to make this, but that's a lot of questions, and I hope you enjoyed.